Good afternoon, BHS. This is Mrs. Kleppe. At this time, I'd like you to practice your pride attributes by putting away your Chromebook, cell phone, schoolwork, and any reading material so that you can be engaged in today's lesson. Just want to take some time to review some of the expectations that we've talked about during the first semester. We've spent time emphasizing what pride means here at BHS. It's important for you to practice these attributes in every aspect of your life. Poise is demonstrating composure and self-control. Respect, being considerate of self, others, and surroundings. Integrity, being honest and guided by a strong moral compass, even when no one is watching. Determination, demonstrating grit and perseverance. Excellence, maximizing potential and giving your best effort. Throughout the first semester, we spent time and emphasized what this looks like when you're in the commons, the cafeteria, the hallways, and other areas of the building. Just a reminder, it's really important and respectful to others to make sure that we're watching our communication and language, our volume, picking up after one another and ourselves, and being respectful of those around you. Please remember throughout the building to make sure we're watching our volume and keeping the noise down so that students can do their best here throughout the building. What we're going to be emphasizing today is taking a look at what does pride look like in the classroom. Each teacher will provide pride classroom expectations in each of your classes starting here third quarter. There are 3 core values that will be consistent in all of your classes. Pride in the classroom is shown through maximization of time, positive communication and language, and engagement. At this time, I'm going to turn things over to Ms. Frecking, and she's going to talk to you a little bit about the importance of maximization of time.
Hi everybody, this is Coach Frecking, and I'm going to talk with you about the maximization of time. We have 2 time expectations. Students will respect their own time as well as the time of others, and students will be on time for class. So why does time maximization matter? High school students lead very busy lives. You spend 6 to 7 hours in school every day, and on any given day, you are involved in one or more of the following: after-school activities like sports, clubs, and debate, work and job responsibilities, family and household responsibilities, homework, and other activities as well. Let's take a look at the average high school student's day in a 24-hour period. Between sleep and school, the average high schooler uses 2/3 of their day on those 2 activities. Media and communications, let's take a look at that. Adolescents spend a substantial amount of time watching TV, playing video and computer games, surfing the internet, listening to or playing music, and using cell phones to call or text friends. We spend at least an hour eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The average high school teen spends an average of just under an hour on sports and exercise. We even spend an hour getting ready and on average a half an hour working and volunteering. Now think about your schedule and how this compares to you. Do you work or practice and play sports for more than an hour a day? Do you spend time doing homework, socializing, attending a sports activity or a hobby? Do you spend more time listening to music or playing video games than the average student does? All of this has to come out of the other category. This is why maximizing your time matters.
Hi everyone, I'm Ms. Seifert, an academic coach here at BHS. Now that you know what time maximization is, let's apply it to the classroom. When a teacher gives you work time, it's important to use it effectively and efficiently. Here are some strategies to use during class work time. First, it's important to show up on time. It allows you to get the most out of the class period. When you get an assignment and you aren't sure what to do, simply try it. Then have your teacher look over it. This way, your teacher can see what you need help with, what you misunderstood, or what you did well. If the assignment or test has multiple sections, skip around and do the parts you know first. That might help you with the other sections you don't know. If others around you are being distracting, ask to move so you can work effectively. Make sure you get the most out of your time when given it. On top of that, make sure you aren't distracting others. If you are unclear on directions or even material, Raise your hand and ask. More often than not, others have the same question, I'm sure of it. It's also a good idea to reread the directions when you're unsure of what to do, especially if you have a very long assignment. You don't want to do too much and get too lost. Finally, when working, you can also chunk the assignment. For example, you can work for a certain amount of time, then break. Let's say 10 minutes, take a break for 5, come back and work for 10 more minutes. Otherwise, you can chunk the assignment and break it into certain parts. Do one part, take a break, come back and do the next part. Those are all good ways to apply time maximization in the classroom. During quarter 2, we asked you to increase the amount of students arriving to class on time and decrease the number of tardies. Congratulations, you guys did it. You achieved that goal, and we got to enjoy a pick-a-flick before break. We want to continue improving our tardies and attendance. During first and second quarter, we averaged 787.5 tardies. That breaks down to about 87.5 tardies per week. This quarter, our goal is to reduce the number of tardies by 10% and continue to decrease the total amount of tardies for the quarter. At midterm, we will review the data and give students the chance to vote on another reward. We now have some reflection questions we would like you to answer. Your advisory teacher will direct you on how and where to turn those in. And remember, make the most of your time to be effective.